Well, you know it's summer when we come out to Hughes Water Gardens to talk about plants with Eamonn Hughes. And Eamonn, you know, you always have really interesting ones for us to talk about, and these are a little bit different because they go to a different part of the pond than, say, where a water lily would go in the center, in the deeper parts.
Yeah, this is the transition zone from the pond out into your landscape.
Ah.
It helps to soften and blend this out into your regular plants in the landscape. And it's important choosing them that you don't block any views you want to have of your pond. If you have a patio looking across a pond or a waterfall, you need to keep in a very low profile plant. And then you can go to taller plants at the back or medium-sized plants at the back as a backdrop for your water lilies and your water.
It's like any bed, but
yeah.
there's water in the middle.
Yeah, there's water in the middle of it.
So what you got for us?
So we have a few things here. This little Lindernia, it's blue moneywort. It's a very pretty flower, flowers all summer, and it's creeping. So it doesn't get any taller than about 2.5 inches. And that will really soften the edges of the pond for you. And then next to it is something you don't want too much of in your terrestrial garden.
Right.
This is a different variety of it. This is a dwarf horsetail with very delicate, fine little stems on it. And this is very good to cover up if you have a bit of liner showing or that. It'll completely colonize that area and hide your liner.
Nice texture too.
It is very nice texture. And then this is little hydrocotyl, little Pennywort. No flower, but it has a great variegation, and it's a golden variegation, and then later I can see some of it starting here, a little bit of pink comes into it.
Oh, pretty.
And again, a nice creeping over the water to soften that transition.
I love this one. I just love that kind of trailing habit.
Well, this is one of our natives, the spearwort. So what's nice about this, it'll flower on and off all summer, and it's very hardy in our zone. And this is sometimes nice up on a waterfall coming down over some of the rocks, cascading down. And it works very well. And
some grassy foliages, which are nice. I love the grass and then different textures. It really makes it come all together.
Yeah, and it's also important to keep some elements that are evergreen. And a number of these Carex are evergreen. There's a silver variegation one, and this is the golden variegated one, Ogon. So it's important to have that structure all winter, and then let the other ones that may drop leaf in winter go away, but just still have some structure there. And then this one back here is very pretty. It flowers a lot of the summer. It's society garlic. And this is a variegated form, so it has that lovely white and green stem on it. And, you know, if you're up to it and want to spend a little extra money, you can use some annuals. They'll be tropical plants, but they give you a lot of bang for your buck. Nice. You can put them in May, and they'll flower all the way through into September, October. And this is one of them, the rain lily.
Look at that,
really
beautiful.
Pretty, very delicate. And some years this does come through, like last winter it was fine through the winter. We didn't really have any very severe ones last winter, freezes, so that came through well.
Well, now for people that have a small garden, you can really put this into a water garden bowl, right on your deck or patio too.
You can just get a bowl that doesn't have a hole in it.
Right.
Or the nursery you go to, they may put plumber's putty in it for you just to seal it. And that way you can use the bowl, and you can avail of all of these wonderful plants that you can't normally have in your garden.
Right.
So you can have them right there, and you could even have a miniature water lily in the centre of that bowl, which is a really nice thing on a deck.
Yeah. Well, I love these too because you do need height. You know, you really have to vary things. So there's some here for more middle and to the background.
As you transition up, the cannas now, there's a lot of cannas that are growing well in water. This one is called Marmalade Skies. It's like having a little marmalade on your toast in the morning.
That's
but it just flowers all summer. You can't beat it. And this is something that will cheer you up throughout the summer, just looking out at the far side of the pond.
Very nice.
And some of the varieties, and again, check with your nursery when you buy them, that they are hardy enough for our area. Some of the cannas, you know, you have to mulch heavily down. Other ones are hardy enough for our area. Again, in the tropical area,
look at that.
This is black magic taro. And you don't have to lose this in winter. Around October, bring it into the living room. Just make sure you're not bringing any bugs in with it. Maybe leave it in the garage for a while, make sure the spiders have all run away from it. But this is a lovely thing to have inside through the winter.
The contrast is so beautiful against, you know, the striping on this grass too, or any of the green. It just really is striking.
This is an Arundo. It's a tall. You have to be careful of this. It can be quite invasive. But if you contain it in a container in the pond, at the back of the pond, it just brightens. Again, brightens up that dark corner back in there.
Right.
And it's the same with this one. This is a variegated cattail. not nearly as vigorous as your regular cattail. And you can see this beautiful spike coming on it. See that? Magnificent.
And
So this will turn cinnamon brown and be there right through October.
That's pretty. And you have to have a cattail in a pond.
You do. You do. The blackbirds will forever love you. They'll come in and get it.
And then another grass. I like this grass.
Yeah, this is the native Columbia Slough Sedge. And again, it's evergreen. And I use it on a lot of the installations we do just to give that structure all winter. It just gives a very nice flowing grass, little black seed head on it, you know, around July, August, and works very well in it.
Well, Eamonn, you know, you have a lot of festivities. It's your time for your festival, your Water Lily Festival, and so much fun going on here.
It is. Well, all the lilies are at their peak, so this is the time for people to come out. And every year we do this just as a thank you to our customers. We do an art show, we have our art gallery, and about 30 regional artists are in displaying their product both out in the nursery and in our gallery. And then of course come and see the magnificent water lily displays. I mean, they're the best you'll see in the Northwest.
Yeah, it's not to be missed. So really, go to gardentime.tv, we'll click you over to their website, you get all the information, directions to get here. You have to come out and see everything. Thanks so much.
Great, thanks Judy.